All right, hey there, small town America. You know, one of the great things about coming to these little small towns is seeing how they preserve the history, the buildings, the architecture. Here we are, as you can see going along right here behind me, is some of the way they used to advertise here in town. With the advertisements back in the day, you would put it along the street corners here so people can see your advertisements. And so it's great to see that the history of these buildings being preserved here at the historical HY-koh.
Get in the truck, small town America.
All right, hey there, small town America. You know, we talk about the protecting our history, and we come to these small towns, and you were just telling me we're chasing Billy the Kid.
Right.
But you were telling me about how you took your porch from the house that you own, and there's some history there that goes all the way back to Bonnie and the Clyde.
Right, and it is about Bonnie and Clyde.
Right. So, you know, talking to people around town, that is something that's enriched in these towns that a lot of people don't know about.
Right.
Families that are coming down. Tell me a little bit about the history of the floor here that you had to bring back over to the store.
Well, what I know about it, we tore the porch out at our house, and we saved the boards because we knew that the house was owned by Clyde Barrow's uncle. And so, but we had also talked to some of the old timers in town who have said, one of them in particular was a story I liked a lot. He said he and his brothers would come in with their dad on a wagon to buy supplies in town, and their dad would point out that there's Bonnie and Clyde's car in the driveway there. And so, so Bonnie and Clyde we're at the house.
We're those, so you know that they're tied to ʻhaɪkoʊ, and those are the things when we talk about history that's not in history books, but you follow down the heritage and the stories. That's our heritage is made up of the fabric, the things that we can see, feel, and touch, and it's also made up of the stories, things that we can read, and it's also what's passed down.
Right.
And so knowing that the history of ʻhaɪkoʊ, Bonnie and Clyde was here, they could have very well have walked right here on these floors right here.
Yeah. Like I say, I haven't found any money yet in the yard, but
But we do. All right, small town America, if you're ever out here in Hico, Texas, come down to HY-koh Popcorn Works. All right, hey, small town America. So if you're in Hico, they say the best place to grab popcorn is right here at HY-koh Popcorn Works. And man, this place has been busy all morning, so people coming and going, and we see all these orders back here. How did this get started here in Hico?
Well, we came to Hico about 18 years ago, and we just started this little popcorn shop. I had no idea that it was going to get to be the popcorn central that it is. And so people come here from all over the world. We have a website, and people order, and we have accounts that buy for marketing tchotchkes. We sell to Tarleton. We're working on an order right now for 1,400 bags of purple and white for Tarleton.
Right, we saw all those big bags of popcorn back there, and there's tons. I see all of these vats back here that have just got order forms all over them. So people can come. What's the website that they can go to?
It's www.ʻhaɪkoʊpopcorn.com.
And then we have Christmas coming up. So how soon can people get their orders in for their Christmas orders?
Yes, we do popcorn for Christmas gifts. We're working on our Holly Nilla right now, and that's red, white, and green. And we have all of our chocolate covered popcorns that we do year round, and those are very popular for Christmas gifts.
All right, small town America, get over there, get the best popcorn right here in Hico, Texas. Get in the truck. Hey there, small town America. So we're here in Hico, and one of the places that everybody keeps telling me you have to go to is the Wiseman Chocolates, gourmet chocolates, down here in the historic downtown area of Hico. So let's take a look inside here and see what's going on. Man. Hey guys, I heard this was the place that you had to be if you wanted to find chocolate.
That's right. That's right. Come on in, Zach. We've got, we're doing right now, we're doing some pecan caramel turtles. We call it just pecan caramel clusters, but everyone knows them as turtles. And we're doing our peanut butter meltaways. These are peanut country, you know, it's right down the street in Comanche County. And this is pecan country. And we also do some things with whiskey, Texas whiskeys, and California almonds. And we're doing our packaging, our toffee here. We've got smooth toffee we just ran yesterday, and so we're packaging it today. But yeah, we've been in business since 1996, making chocolates right here in Hico. We're in an old bank building that we restored. The buildings were more affordable in Hico back then. And the old Wiseman house is actually named after the Wisemans. They had a photography studio down here for a long, long time, and that was their home. And I just out of respect for them, named the company after them because that was their home, the Wiseman house.
Right, and so what makes you pecans? You just said that's a resource that's right here locally.
It's right here local. Pecans are local, peanuts are local, whiskey's local. This county is known for their apricots and peaches a little further south. So we play with those with some products. And
so really this is American made right here, community coming together, community resources.
That's right, that's right. There's about 16 of us making chocolates. Marsha is packaging toffee. She's in charge of production. Joss helps him make toffee. Right now he's packaging things. And we have photographers and singers and artists who that's what they do on the weekend, but during the week they help me make chocolate. So we've got great chocolates because they're great people.
Right, and so now with the holidays coming up, chocolate's the best gift to give.
It is.
Where can people go? Do you have an online?
So yeah, you can go wisemanhousechocolates.com and we can ship it out to you. We can ship it out to all your business friends And you can come to HY-koʊ and see our beautiful store, all decked out for Christmas or any time of year round.
Right, and so we're here because of the Billy the Kid story.
That's right.
How much does that impact the town of HY-koʊ, and what can people expect when they come here?
Well, we've got, the Billy the Kid Museum is a great resource. We've got a lot of history in these buildings here. And that was one man, Billy, there's a statue of Billy, and there's one man here in town who really brought him to highlight. But you can expect friendly atmosphere. And really, there's some fun things to do, but I like to do nothing in HY-koʊ. Just chill, see the stars at night. You can actually see stars at night here. So it's a cool place to chill. But there's music venues that are bringing in some great music from all over the state. Right here on HY-koʊ, Friday nights and then Sundays, afternoons, a great place to chill, drink a little something and watch, listen to some music. But great chocolate too. Here's your cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah,
So as you're over here, how many pounds of chocolate do you go through?
We go through at least 2 to 3 tons a year, and which is a big difference because I used to go through about 200 pounds our first year, maybe 500 pounds, maybe. But yeah, we have grown over the last 27 years.
Wow. And so I know a lot of people, you talk about Swiss chocolate and dark chocolate,
Right.
gourmet chocolate. What makes your chocolate, or comparisons for people that don't know anything about chocolate besides that's what I want?
Right, right. Well, it's probably, I would describe our chocolates as fresh. So you can buy chocolate anywhere, but you can't buy fresh chocolates. And so, yeah, that's the biggest deal.
Right.
Yeah.
It is just being fresh.
Being fresh, we make it all week long, and I deliver twice a week over the store. So all the product is literally made days, and that makes a huge difference.
Right.
When you
And
taste
so it's a cocoa bean.
That's
process?
cocoa bean. Yeah, the cocoa bean is in a cocoa pod, and then that's processed simply by grinding, roasting. We'll roast it first, then grind, and then you make something like peanut butter from this nut, but it's much smoother, and that's chocolate. So some chocolate can be very sweet, that's a lot of sugar in there, or it can be not so sweet, and that's the darker you go, the less sweet it is.
Right, right. And then
So-
you would start adding flavors or what you different
Right.
ingredients or what you want to do.
So with that chocolate, I would set a chocolate aside and then add cream or whiskey or some kind of liqueur or just fruit. Like our raspberry is just whipping cream and raspberries minus the seeds. And we mix that up and then let that set aside for a day, and that's a soft ganache. And I'll roll that and then we'll dip that in chocolate. And we dip it in chocolate so you can pick it up, you don't get stuff all
Right.
your fingers, really.
Right, right. And so do you see like trends, like right now we're fixing to go into the holiday season, so peppermint and pumpkin spices and all that.
Right,
Do you see a
right.
trend in that, or is it really just the gourmet, this is the chocolate?
So most of what we do is gourmet all year round. We will have fun for a month with pumpkin caramels, and then that'll go away for a month for the rest of the year. In the summer everybody looks forward to, I bring out May 5th, I bring out our margarita truffles. And they're always asking a month ahead, when are they coming out? But that's fresh lime juice with tequila inside white chocolate. But we do a lot of varieties, but a lot of flavors.
Right. Lots of stuff available, guys. Make sure you go over to their website. You can order. Christmas is coming up in small town America. Get in the truck. We want a whole truckload of it.
Customers
Okay.
with this chocolate.
So it's an actual.
So this is an actual dark chocolate. It's a sweet dark chocolate. So
Okay.
we're going to try this out.
Okay.
It's called the Wildman Truffle. And I win a lot of customers with this. Milk chocolate
Right.
fans, white chocolate fans, they love this
This is
chocolate.
the one.
It's dark, but it's sweet and delicious.
Okay, we're gonna try this. Oh wow!
Isn't that good?
Wow!
Yeah, I win a lot of customers that way.
Wow!
And
You
you
don't
taste
you
it's
don't.
fresh.
right, it doesn't even taste the dark chocolate. You know, because sometimes you get that dark chocolate, it's got a bitter taste to it.
Right, that's because it's over roasted.
Is that what causes that?
Yeah.
This is amazing, guys. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of coffee companies that roast and overburn their beans, so you can get a lot of sugar and milk to it. But, so this is just good dark chocolate.
Wow, I'm totally blown away because I'm not, and that's why I don't do dark chocolate, because it's just, I know it's going to be a bittery.
Yeah, you got to find a good source. It's kind of like going to your butcher shop. In the old days, and sometimes around here, you can talk to the butcher, find what you want, and the cut of meat you want. Same thing in our chocolate shop. You can talk to the chocolatiers in the store and find out, well, what do I like, and they will help you find out what you
Right. Awesome, guys. You got to order it. Make sure you check them out.
want. I'm gonna get the fresh box.
We're going to the Milk Rufus. You know how much that anytime, and that's what I was telling them as we were coming over here, anytime food's involved, that takes precedence over any interview. I don't care if Barry Corbin, the rest of those guys are down there waiting. They're waiting on me because I'm coming down to sample chocolate.
So this is the Milk Rufus. It actually has 3 kinds of vanilla in it. Tahitian vanilla, Mexican vanilla, and Madagascar vanilla.
Oh, wow.
So milk chocolate and cream and vanilla.
Oh, wow. Kind of, the holidays are coming up when they do that Mexican hot chocolate type. That's got a really same hint. Yes.
Really, it's a good vanilla.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. So the different vanillas we were talking about. So you have your chocolates, and then you start mixing those flavors into.
Right. So I love, as an artist, my background is painting and drawing. So as an artist, I love to experiment, and so experimenting with flavors, super fun. So we'll do this with milk chocolate with whiskey. We'll do it with fruit, and just have a lot of fun with it.
Wow. You gotta try it, guys. This is amazing. All right, what are we trying now?
So I've got a sample of the bourbon caramel.
Okay.
So I take Jim Beam.
Luckily, I'm not driving after this.
That's right. The Jim Beam, and that's mixed with a little caramel, a little cream, a little chocolate. Give that a try.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that good?
Wow.
So the flavor of that is actually the oak. It's sitting in oak, and it pulls the flavor out of the oak. So you're getting a lot of, again, it's a kind of vanilla. Bourbon is a kind of vanilla.
Right.
Because it comes with the vanillin inside American oak. And American oak is unique to have that vanilla flavor. Wow. But it's great with chocolate and caramel. It's just a great flavor, yeah.
Right. And if you're not a whiskey drinker,
it's not gonna, you're not gonna recognize this as bourbon, but you can be like, oh wow, what a great flavor.
What a great flavor. Yes, it really brings it out. Man. As Forrest Gump says, I could eat a whole box of these right now.
Does he say that? He might as well. I mean, if you can pick through all of those, find out the one you like.
That is awesome. Man. So you just kind of mix.
I like to have fun. So we don't try to get too serious with our chocolates. We like to have fun. So the bourbon caramel is a part of that fun.
Right. Holiday parties, guys. If you want to win over your boss, grab these right here.
Good idea.
All right, Small Town America. You know, we were talking about, so all kinds of artists come here and help out at the Wiseman. So what all do you do here?
I'm the assistant production manager. I package all the truffles that you see in the store. I also help package other things when necessary. I'm also responsible for getting wholesale out during Christmas, so.
Yeah, but when you're not in here packaging chocolate, what are you out doing?
Oh, I lead worship at our church on the weekends, so I'm a pianist there. And I also play fiddle for fun, so I do all sorts of stuff.
Right, so using that creative energy, creative mindset, how exciting is it to come in here and then experiment with all the chocolates here?
It's pretty fun. I enjoy the artistic side of it a lot because I love doing art and also like doing music, so it's a lot of fun getting to see Kevin express his creativity in all these different chocolates. So, and a lot of love goes into each product, so it's a lot of fun.
All right, thanks, Small Town America.
Yeah.
All right, hey there, small town America. You know, you just never know who you're going to run into out here. Brother, what do you got going on this time?
Here, I'm excited about the film festival. We're here with Not So Sane Entertainment, Brett Mauser's The Oldest Posse. It was a great experience.
Right, right. Well, you know, we've been talking about with Hollywood being on strike and all of that, and we're going out to these film festivals and just catching these independent films. There are some really, really great films that are out there, and if we just get behind them and support the independent films, we could have some really great content. We don't need Hollywood. Man, so what do you got going on next? I mean, I see you doing all kinds of stuff.
Fortunately, I've been working on, we just did Legend of El Chupacabra, released that one, and then we are working on The Invincible Marshal, which is a series. It's a new modern Lone Ranger, so I'm excited. Awesome.
All right, small town America, you know our motto, get in the truck. All right, hey there, small town America. So here we are in HY-koh, Texas, and we're going on the HY-koh Film Festival's going on, Billy the Kid Museum. And look at here, ran into a cowboy that is actually a filmmaker. And tell everybody what you do.
Well, I wear a lot of hats, but I am a filmmaker and an actor and screenwriter and a cowboy. I was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas, but we had a little place out past Comfort. So I've worked on ranches, worked on cattle ranches and all kinds of things. But when I was 6 years old, when we were out at the cabin in Comfort, I was waiting to be able to go to sleep and get up and go fishing. But we had a little 12-inch black and white set. And so I was flipping the channels, and I was 6 years old, and I came across Fellini's La Strada, classic foreign film. And I just was like, I was 6 years old, but it was like, there's nothing like this. I have never seen anything like this film. And every Friday night, PBS would show a different foreign classic film. So I was studying film from an age of a child, did film studies in school, in high school, and college. But I always thought you had to be in Los Angeles to get into the movies. And so it was about when I turned 50, I learned that you didn't have to be. And so I started acting, taking acting classes, and then a friend of mine, he was like a one-man band as far as camera and editing and lighting and all that. And he says, well, let's make a little movie. And so we made our first movie. It was a Western, 15-minute Western with a Hitchcock ending. And it won 17 awards in the film festival circuit for that year. So that was great. It was something I always wanted to do all my life.
Right.
And so I'll come up with the idea. I'll write the screenplay. Then we'll film it kind of together, and I'll act in it. And then I sit behind him in editing. And we've actually won quite a few awards. Our last film we made, most recent film, was called Heart Cycles. And it's a feature film. And it's won 45 awards in the film festival circuits. It's won many best screenplay, best film, best romance, best acting, actresses, cinematography, everything. And so that's been a dream come true. Heart Cycles is the idea about, your high school romance or your first love. And now it's 20 or 30 or 40 years later. And you're like, well, are they alive? Or, what do they look like? I'm thinking about them. Do they ever think about me?
Right.
And so in that film, actually what happened to me was the grown daughter of my high school sweetheart found out about me and searched me down and wanted to try to get me and her together. That never worked out, but so I wrote some fiction about that part.
Right.
And people love the film.
Right.
And after the film is over, they come back and they say, almost the same thing happened to me. Or I met my high school sweetheart at a high school reunion, and now we're married. And so everybody's got a different story. But
now with social media, it's so much easier to start tracking people down.
Yes.
But, we're talking about with everything going on in Hollywood right now and the strikes and all of that, we really don't need Hollywood. If people would get behind the independent filmmakers and support us,
such as yourself, a lot of that producing a film just comes out of your own back pocket, not from a network or a studio and all of
That's
that.
right. That's right.
So we really want to encourage everybody to go on, like, follow. Where can people go if they want to follow or see these films and follow you or get behind you and support you?
Well, I would love everybody to see >haɪkoʊ because people, men and women, say they cried a little bit and all that. That's on Vimeo, and you can go to vimeo.com, or if you have Amazon Prime, it's got Vimeo. If you just do a search for >haɪkoʊ as one word, no space in between, and you'll be able to find that one. Yeah, film festivals are a great place to learn about independent films.
Right.
And there's going to be some bad ones, and there's going to be some good ones at independent film festivals.
Right. Well, everybody's got to start, and if they don't have the support, then.
Well, I always wanted to make films all my life. And when I made the first one, my buddy and I, Jerry Ohlert and I, he was just a one-man band as far as editing and filming and all that. And so when we made our first film, everybody wanted to help. And so we made our first film on zero money, no budget at all. We thought maybe we're going to have to make 4 or 5 films before we make a good film. But that film still holds up and won a lot of awards, 17 awards. So then this last film we got, we're building our resume with awards at the film festivals. So that someday somebody will say, well, I've got $1 million, make a movie. But it's been my dream all my life. So I'm doing what they call a film auteur. I'm writing the story. We're filming it with my vision in my head, editing it together that way. And it's just been a dream come true for me.
Awesome. And then here we are. We're in the historic Hico, Texas, Billy the Kid Museum. The Billy the Kid story. They're going to be showing the documentary later on today at the festival. Hey, what does it mean, you being a cowboy, to preserving our Western heritage and having the story of Billy the Kid continuously? I mean, there's a lot of stories that keep coming out as we dig into our heritage.
Yes. Well, there's Brushy Bill right up here. We'll do a shot of that in a minute. But no, the West is so important, and so important to do it accurately. But Western movies kind of cycle in and out.
Right.
But right now with Taylor Sheridan, they've just been growing great guns. And this guy must be a genius. Mr. Taylor Sheridan, I'd like to say his next project is the 4 Sixes Ranch. And I would like to be in the 4 Sixes Ranch series.
All right, you heard he's auditioning right here on the streets of Hico.
Mr. Sheridan, I have about 15 years of serious acting. And I was born and raised in Texas and still live in Texas, and worked on cattle ranches. And I took cutting lessons 2 years ago, so I'm comfortable on horses.
All right.
So if you're watching, please contact me, Jay Pennington.
Jay Pennington, check him out. Small Town America, get in the truck.
All right. Hey there, Small Town America. So we're on the trail of the legendary outlaw Billy the Kid, and that's led us here to Hico, Texas, to the Museum of the Billy the Kid. Sue Land, you are the director here for the museum. How did this get started?
Well, it got started a long time ago, and Robert Dean could probably tell you the exact date and time, but I'm real good about not remembering things like that. But it started out on 281 to begin with, and then it moved here up front, across the street from here, then in here. And so it's been around, and when we started getting involved in it and running it is back when they were getting ready to close it. And it was sad to say that they were going to be closing the only tourist attraction we had. So I went to them and I told them that, and they said, well, you can have it. Well, we put together a team, we formed a corporation, and then we started reopening the museum, because so much of it, everything just about it, had been taken out of the museum. And so we had to start restacking it, or restocking it. Robert now, he's fantastic when it comes to marketing. So he got busy and he started ordering things that would sell in the gift shop, and things that would that he could have, bid on, or something that would be historical. So we just started building it up, and it's where it is right now.
Right, and everybody knows the story of Billy the Kid.
He was killed by Pat Garrett when he was 21 years old.
But died in HY-koh, Texas.
But died here in Hico, Texas. And you kind of have teamed up with Daniel Edwards. And we've had Barry Corbin, who's narrating his book. And it's really kind of opened up the story of Hico and Brushy Billy. So how did that come about?
Well, one day a young man walked through our front door with a book in his hand and introduced himself, and that was Daniel Edwards with the first edition of the Billy the Kid, an autobiography. And when he told us about it and we talked about it, it was a fantastic book. And he said when he started doing the research on Billy the Kid, all he wanted to know was truth or lie. And in the story that Brushy told, he researched it and investigated. He's really good at doing those kind of things. And he said he could not find any lie that Brushy told in that book.
Right.
So we went with that. We've got the book, and we've been following it ever since. And every time he makes finds a new discovery or something, the book is re-edited and he puts it in there. So it's quite a historical book on truth of what he's able to find, and he is continually. I would not say every day, but it's quite often that he's always sent something from somebody that this is Billy the Kid. And so he investigates it, he researched it, and if he's able to determine it was, or he will say so.
Or ties it here to Brushy Billy and the Hico story, which is what he's doing and why he's here this weekend, because he has a new documentary out that they have actually identified that Brushy Bill is in this picture that is claimed to be Billy the Kid, so it continues to tell that story.
It's quite a documentary. I have seen it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it's historical. It's based upon truth, based upon what he found in investigating and researching. Not based upon something you heard or something you read about from somebody else. There's all kinds of stories out about Billy the Kid and how he died and how he lived, but there are very few actual stories about Billy the Kid.
All right, small town America, make sure you get a chance. Get down here to Hico, Texas, where everybody is somebody.
Amen.
Hey there, small town America. So here we are with Robert. And Robert, Sue gave it away. You are the marketing genius around here on bringing in all the different gift shops, but you're also the guy, the money. There you go, the money. But, you know, really, truly, though, this is one of the places. You have a whole section that's just dedicated to our armed forces and our military, and all of that. And then the hats displays. And we were talking earlier about just how many hats, and you're one of the only places that supplies these type of hats.
Oh yeah. We have. Oh my goodness, there's probably 125 over there, and we have another probably 75 that I haven't built the displays for to add them to it over there. So we keep about 200 military hats
available under that one. But we were talking with Barry too about with Veterans Day's coming up, and you have a whole section over here that's dedicated to our armed forces and the stories and the history behind just the uniforms, the medals, the pictures, and these are stories that we don't find in history books.
Oh no, this is just mainly my collection. We have some local stuff, different things and stuff. But most of this is just my collection.
Of stuff that you have collected?
I have a large German collection, American, but I've got lots of other countries too.
Right. And then I also noticed back there on the Billy the Kid side, and Sue said those belong to you, are the cavalry saddles, the Army military saddles that are there. What are some of the dates on those saddles?
Civil War.
Let's go all the way back to the Civil War there, and then you actually have Brushy's original saddles on display over there?
Yes.
Wow.
We've got a picture of him on the horse with that saddle.
With that saddle there. Okay, so if people want to come and they need to purchase one of these hats, or they're looking for these hats, where do they go? Do they come here to the museum website? What website, or how can
We're
they
not
come?
online anymore. We were a four-person outfit, 501c3, and we've lost 2. And we're down to 2, and we're trying to stay open 7 days a week, and it's almost getting impossible. Hours are limited now.
Right.
We used to be here till 5. We're lucky if we're here till 3 now.
Right. So, but the only place you can get it is right here in Hico, Texas.
Nobody else I know of carries the things. We carry things nobody else does.
Right.
We don't really carry very much gift shop stuff, although we have a gift shop, but it's very selective. It's things
Right. It's collective stuff. There's stuff over there that
knives and stuff like that, and then it's things with Texas on it for the people who come in from out of state.
All right. Hey guys.
You want to get out there, get in the truck, get down here to the Museum of Billy the Kid right here in HY-koʊ, Texas, where everybody is somebody.
That's what he said.
Hey there, small town America. You know, we've been so impressed by the number of people that come here to HY-koʊ to shop from all over. And then you want to know where to go and stay while you're here in HY-koʊ, Texas? Well, then you got to come here to Tiny Town Ranch, where y'all have an RV park. You have tiny homes, you have animal entertainment, community fireplaces. Tell me just a little bit about what y'all have going on here.
Well, we have a beautiful place. It's fantastic. We have 6 beautiful homes, 2 big cabins, and 4 tiny homes. So it's a great experience if you've seen the wonderful, the trend of going tiny and going smaller. And so it's really fun to get to experience that tiny home feeling. Everybody has their own little kitchenette, their own private bathroom, lofts with beautiful beds, and everybody says, "Where'd you get that bed?" Because it's so comfortable, and they get to just really enjoy that. Then in the mornings, come out and help us feed the animals. It's a working ranch, so they get to hand feed our sheep or our donkeys, mini donkeys, the cows. They all love that.
Right, so anybody coming in from the big city can actually have a ranch feel out here in the country.
Yeah, absolutely. And it becomes their ranch. I want them to come back again and again and feel like it's their ranch to come and have just a great weekend here in Texas.
All right, guys, we're going to take a tour and look at a little bit of the tiny homes and see some of the animal entertainment. So
And then we just got her a new friend. I like to call him Eeyore, our male. He's a doll. He actually loves just going for walks. That's why he has his harness on. Earlier today he was walking around with some of our guests, hanging out with them, sharing his stories as he goes around. Here you go, Larry. Here you go, baby. Yeah, good boy.
well, you know, so we deal with a lot of our horse wranglers and stuff that do the horse therapy. And, you know, just being out here with the animals and being able, and not only in the country and the nature, that is just, it takes a lot of the stress away and the mental fatigues and stuff. And how much are you seeing that when people are coming out here from when they first kind of get here to at the end of the week or the end of the weekend?
Well, Zach, I love it that you brought that up. First, I'll tell you something personal story. My son has autism. And when he was very young, he had a real difficult time having eye contact, and he did horse therapy. It was the most wonderful thing because these horses would touch him on the shoulder and remind him, "Look at me, I want to talk to you," and get his attention. And it really improved his connections with other people. So that is actually one of our reasons why we have these animals out here. So that all kids and all people, neurodiverse people, can come and just enjoy that connection they can have with animals, because they're just so calm and peaceful, and they kind of see into your soul and don't worry about, doesn't matter what shirt you put on today, it doesn't matter your hair's a little tousled, they want to be your friend. And so absolutely, I find people really find that joy. And that's why we have some hammocks all around too. They just kind of sit in a hammock and relax and watch the animals just kind of peacefully walk by, and they love that.
Right. Well, what was kind of the passion of actually starting this?
Oh, wow. Okay, so the passion was my brother and I, when we were very young, we were raised in the hotel business, and our parents owned hotels and our grandparents, and we just loved being the hospitality. Later on in our life, we thought, you know, we want to retire, bring our families back together in our retirement years. So we came on down to HY-koʊ, found beautiful ranches here, and this opportunity, we thought, well, we also want to get a German Shepherd dog. So we came out to the GSD ranch, and there we had the opportunity to purchase this ranch and the one next door in order to create this beautiful place where we can have hospitality. But then in the new modern age, they get to have their own locking doors, they can come and go as they please, and they just have a lot of flexibility and just a joy just to be down here and relax.
Right. All right, guys, if you're ever out here, HY-koʊ area, you want to just get away for the weekend, you got to come out and see them. Get in the truck. All right, so you're the development guy.
Yes, sir.
So you didn't. A lot of times when people say, "Hey, we're going to go out to the dude ranch," or "We're going to go out to the cabins," you know, they're going out to. You might as well just pitch a tent out in the wilderness.
Yeah, exactly right.
Y'all have really kind of done this up right. You've laid it out where there's enough space. You're comfortable, but you have all the at-home amenities here at with the tiny homes, or you can drop your RVs in and still have plenty of room if you park your RV. What does that come in the whole process of developing when you take on 20 acres of land?
You know, our original dream here was we were putting in 8 tiny homes, and right now you'll see later on, I'm sure, right, there's 4 tiny homes out through the back, and we have the infrastructure all built in here where we have the electrical, we have the septic and the water built for it. And as we started to place the homes in, we realized we were placing them in where we have tiny home 3 that's up in the woods by the cows. You know, so you can wake up in the morning, you take a look out your kitchen window and there's the cows looking at you. And tiny home 4, you come out on the front deck and there's our sheep and our petting zoo with the donkeys. And 5 and 6, and we started realizing that we wanted that space. We want people to be able to come out on the front deck and not be sitting on top of another tiny home. And we brought it down. You know, obviously there was more to be made, right, with 8 tiny homes, but this is just so much nicer having them spread out this way where you have your own little area around each home.
Right. And what we were just talking about is, you know, is being able to actually get out in nature.
Oh, you're in nature right here.
Right, getting out in nature and being here with the animals and just getting away from the city life, the stress, the hustle and the bustle, and just breathe some fresh air for a change.
Yeah.
And it's awesome that you've actually designed this whole place to have that space, bring the animals in, and then still have the comforts of an AC,
yeah,
or running water to take a nice hot shower at the end of the day.
Yeah, these tiny homes, they literally have everything. We even have one with a bidet over here.
Yeah, awesome. All right, guys, again, if you're in HY-koh, you got to come out here and check out the ranch. What's the square footage on one of these?
Tiny homes on wheels are 199 square feet and less. Doesn't include the lofts. So the lofts are adding another 30 to 50 square feet into the homes.
Are they all standard, or do you have some that are a little bit custom?
You know, tiny homes brings a broad range out there. We have a tiny home 6, which actually sleeps 6 people. It's amazing. That one, I'm going to say, we're sitting about 280 to 300 square feet on that tiny home. That one's not on wheels, that's on a sled. Wheels you're going to find about 199 max.
All right, so y'all grew up in the hotel hospitality business. How much of that do you put into what we're doing here at the home at the ranch and with the tiny homes and all that? It's kind of almost a little bit of the same thing, but you kind of got a little bit more space than I've got to turn this around at 11 o'clock and checkout time.
That's true. Well, that gives it a really special, I think, personal experience for people. They really don't feel like they're rushed in and out. I'm always welcoming people to stay in the Sunday afternoons for a little longer. Like, don't feel like you have to leave at 11 o'clock. And I think also this is a little bit more special. The be able to stay here and just relax and enjoy the time, like as though this is their home, not just like a hotel room that's like, in and out, and people, you can hear them right nearby you. So it's really, really nice.
Right.
And I mean, it's a gift of love, right? We love doing this. I work really hard for my super status, and working hard for my 5 stars. But honestly, I don't even worry about the 5 stars much. I want them to feel like they had a 5-star experience. I want them to feel really great when they leave here, rested and ready to come back.
And ready to do it. Guys, again, come out, check out these little tiny homes. It's amazing how much actual room in there. I'm 6'1", and we've got a high ceiling, able to stand up, not all crouched down. It's just a beautiful place. You need to come out and check them out. So you were just telling me here, we've talked about people here in town. It's been a community deal. Everybody shops local, buys locals, uses the resource local for the community. Here you're talking about this ladder, the cabinetry work. This is all stuff done here in the community of HY-koh.
Yeah. We really want to support the local community, the local economy, and we're using those artists that are right here, getting right to work and putting their beautiful work to art. And it's just been really fantastic. I love the function of this. It was really fun too because they instead made a little underground here, the wonderful carpenter, for the towels to be like kept away. You had really taken advantage of every space of the special art of making a tiny home, but that it's a local artist making all of these beautiful cabinetry work, and being part of the community is really important for us. So we're not just new people here, but we're new and old at the same time, coming together and really you know, disrupting the space and making it fun all together. Working dogs, that's what we call it.
Right. So you've got your German Shepherds. Is that kind of how this started? You came looking for a German Shepherd and ended up buying the land that they're on.
Absolutely, that's true. My brother and I both were thinking, we just got these beautiful ranches, we're getting ready for our retirement years, bringing our families together, and we saw this beautiful sign out front that said German Shepherd Ranch, and we thought, okay, well, that's the place to go get our German Shepherds. And we went there, we met the wonderful woman who was running the breeding company, and we met her, and she's like, you know, I also actually want to retire myself, so would you two like to buy this place? And that's how it all started. So we got actually the male and female German Shepherd, the business along with it, and we had some beautiful litters along the way, and people have just really enjoyed that too. They're beautiful dogs, work really hard, very smart animals. Lovely.
Right. And so was your husband in on all of this, or was this one of those surprise deals and she said, honey, guess what? Not only did I buy a dog, I bought the ranch.
Well, I'll tell you what, I follow her lead. She's always been a go-getter, and I think that is really commensurate with Brian, her brother. And yeah, it was one thing led to another, and it was something that we wanted as a future retirement, and we envisioned, you know, relaxing sometime downstream. It's a lot of work, but it's a work of love. And you know, the German Shepherds are extremely adaptive and intelligent, and they herd and they protect and they're super loyal. So it was just a perfect package, really. Adding the longhorns and the sheep, you know, allowed that kind of permissibility to guests that might be a little hesitant to be around a big dog. But yeah, you know, when Kara has a plan, it really is go for it, and it's always come to fruition everywhere we've gone, whatever we've endeavored to do. So I'm super proud of her vision, and it expands all the time, and people are going to be understanding how remarkable it is out here. It's quite beautiful, and you really can get away and rejuvenate your soul.
Right, right. Well, and this is also kind of a great opportunity, because a lot of times when you go to buy a German Shepherd or a big dog, you're not quite sure if that's what you want. So to actually maybe come and spend a weekend here at the tiny homes, spend a week with the dog and make sure that that's what you're really wanting to do, and actually be in the home and be there, that is a great opportunity, not only just to get away, but also make sure that this is the right fit for you and your family.
Oh, so true. I mean, again, they have this reputation of maybe being a search and rescue or a protection, and they're very docile, very loyal. They are super adaptive around animals, livestock and cats and so forth. So it's sort of like you test drive something, and a lot of people have inquired after staying here, like, oh, can you tell us a little bit when your next litter is happening? We want to put that on our radar. So it's a good marriage of not only the refuge at Tiny Town, but the fact that you could add an animal to your own family.
Right. All right, Small Town America, get in the truck, come down here to Tiny Town, check it out, check out the dogs, check out the animals, just get out and breathe the fresh air for the day. Okay, so how do people come and find you? If we want to come spend the weekend, we want to check out a dog, we want to bring our RV, where can people come to find you and do it? I mean, you're just only 4 minutes from downtown.
The best place to go is our website, vacationyourway.co. Not com, but co. Vacationyourway.co. We have everything listed there, and you can also contact me, call the number, and I personally will be picking up and chatting with you and getting you in the right place. I love to interview and talk to my guests and make sure that they're going to get the tiny home that fits their family's needs.
All right, Small Town America, get in the truck.
Get in the truck, Small Town America.